Good morning, y'all. This is Tom Alston again. I'm still out here walking. I was having a discussion with my wife last night about people and organization and our organization and just kind of assessing other people from what we see. And it dawned on me that what we see is what they want us to see, because that's true for me. We were talking about who works the hardest, who doesn't give a shit, who keeps it all together, who has lots of ups and downs. And again, these are all assessments made by us from watching their activities. So I asked her to do an activity assessment of me. And we wound up with what she sees and what I feel for me isn't really close. And I realize that I've operated for years under the assumption that as a leader of an organization, I cannot afford to get angry. I cannot afford for my people to see me angry, because I believe what holds the organization together is that I'm always cool and level-headed. I seldom raise my voice, except for when I want to, and it's never in anger. So they have a perception of me. And yes, my employees are going to hear this video, so you get a peek inside. There's times that I'm so angry I want to slit people's throats. There's times that I'm so angry I want to throw shit. There's times I'm so pissed off I want to go outside in the office and beat the shit out of someone. But I don't. Why? And I owe it all to a lot of personal training on me. Me as a spiritual being, recognizing that when you're angry, you're out of control. And that's a little bit of insanity point. Because have you ever tried to have a conversation with an angry person? It's really, really close to an absolute waste of time, because they're not listening. They're fixated on whatever is making them mad, so they're not seeing you, and they're not listening, and you're not in communication with them. And I learned that about myself. And I look back at all the times that I was so angry that I just got out of control. And that leads me to not a baseball, but a softball story. I used to own a large company. I had 58 employees, most of which were young guys. And at any given moment, 35 to 40% of them were on drugs. And they'd do really, really dumb shit. And it would piss me off. So I had a company softball team. My intention every night that I went to a softball game was to get thrown out of the game. Why? Because I could walk out on the field and act like an idiot and scream and yell. And I would find the littlest thing to be mad about, to argue with the umpires about. Pretty stupid, huh? Absolutely. So I earned a reputation as a hothead. I earned a reputation on the softball field as someone who was out of control, probably someone that wasn't a good role model for anybody. And that wasn't me. I was just dramatizing a way to get this anger and pent-up feeling about life out of me. So I went and took some training and figured out how to deal with that. And I suggest y'all think about it. Really. If you care, if you want to know where to start, call me, 916-691-9192, and find out why people say, call Tom.